My name is Anna Nikipirowicz and I am the author of Crochet Reefs for the Home book, published by the wonderful people at Press. And today I am very honoured to show you how to crochet a little festive garland. So these are gorgeous, fun little stockings that you can make as a garland as I have, or you can make them into little advent calendar. The pattern for the little stockings is taken from the Christmas wreath in my book. All you will need to make the little stocking is some oddments of double knitting yarn. You can make them all in one color, or you can do them in two colors as I have done here. I have done them in green, red and cream. And what you will also need is a 4.5mm hook and a little stitch marker, and obviously scissors and tapestry needle for weaving in the ends. Let's get started. The little stocking is made from toe up with a little afterthought heel. So we're going to start with the cream, join the red, leave an opening for our heel, and then finish on the top, and then at the end we're going to do the heel. The first color that we will use is the cream, and we will start by working 6 double crochet into a magic ring. Now I am using UK terminology. In US it will be single crochet, but let's start by making a magic loop. The way I do a magic ring is I hold the yarn here, wrap it around my index and my middle finger, and as I am wrapping it on top, I cross those 2 strands over. So I lay the strand on top of the one I already have on my fingers. Then hold it down with your ring finger. Then grab your hook, insert the hook underneath the strand at the bottom, grab the strand on it, and as you're pulling it, twist it around so it faces your hand, so the hook itself faces your hand. Now gently remove your fingers. So your working yarn is this one here, because this is attached to your ball of yarn. So move it to your left, making sure that your tail, you see, is to your left as well. And when you work in your 6 double crochet, you will enclose this tail in your work. So we're gonna start by making 1 chain, and then we're going to work 6 double crochet into the ring itself. So inside the ring, grab the yarn and pull it through. We've got 2 loops on our hook, yarn around the hook again and pull it through both of those loops. So that's 1 double crochet. Let's do 5 more. So again, into the ring, making sure we enclose the tail and the ring. Pull the yarn through, 2 loops on your hook, yarn around the hook and pull it through both. So that's 2, and let's do more. So 3, 4, 5 and 6. So now we've got 6 double crochets on our hook, in our ring. So you can see the double crochet, you see you've got this lovely V's. So a double crochet forms gorgeous little V's on top. So each V is 1 stitch. So now we can close our ring up. So you see you've got a big gap here. So what you will do, you will grab your tail, pull on this tail and close up the opening. And that's that. And now we can start our second round. Now we will work in continuous spiral, which means we will not join a round or chain one at the beginning of the round. You can use the stitch marker to mark the beginning of your round now if you wish, but let's just do a first stitch. So in our stitch, so you see as I said before, your double crochet has formed those gorgeous V's. So what we will do, we will insert a hook underneath this V. We will grab a yarn, I'm working in here, pull it through. Again, we've got 2 loops on hook, yarn around the hook and pull it through both of the stitches. Okay, and we're going to work 1 more double crochet into the same stitch, because these are our increases. Okay, so that's our first stitch made. So we've got two stitches now. We just need to work 2 stitches into every single stitch to end. You can place the marker now, so on the first stitch that you have made on this round, you can place the marker here, because that's our first stitch that we have made. So that will tell you that this is the end of your round. So let's do 2 double crochet into every single stitch. Now I'm going to stop now. I'm stopping at the last stage of my last double crochet of this round, because what I want to do is I want to change color. So the neatest way of changing color is, before you finish off your double crochet, grab your new color that you want to change to and finish off the last stitch with the new yarn. So place it on your hook and pull it through both of those stitches. You see? So that way, now grab your 2 ends and pull them a bit tight, and then twist them over on top of the yarn you'll be working with now. Just place them here, just tighten that up a little bit, and here we go. See? So now we are at the beginning of our round. Now we will make 6 rounds of just working 1 double crochet into every single stitch to end, and moving a marker as we work. So now we're going to remove this marker, because we have to work our stitch, and we're gonna go 1 double crochet into the stitch, grab your yarn and pull it through, and pull it through both of the stitches. Now place your marker now place your marker back on that stitch you just made. So again, that denotes the beginning of your round for you. And now we're gonna work 1 double crochet into every single stitch to end. So into our V's, into the 2 legs of the stitch, and as you can see at the end of this round, that our work is kind of curling now. You see, it's going inside. Let's pull that center a bit tighter so all this opening is closed up. So what we have to do is just kind of pull it out so it's the right way out. And now we will work 5 more rounds in continuous spiral, working 1 double crochet into every stitch to end. What you can do, if you don't want to cut your cream yarn, because you'll be using it on top of the sock, you can cut it and carry it up with you as you work. How you will do that is, when you start your first stitch of the round, make sure you place that cream yarn on top of the hook, and when you grab in your working yarn, the cream one is on top of it, and then when you finish off your double crochet, the cream yarn is trapped. You see? So it is actually trapped in our stitch. So that way I will do that every other row, just to carry it up with you and use it when necessary. Let me place my marker back up and continue with my rows. So when you finish your 6 rows in double crochet, your work should look like this. So this is the foot of our sock. So we've got a toe and now we've got a foot. So now we need to create an opening for our heel. This is very simply done. All we will do is chain 6, miss next 6 stitches, and work the remaining 6 stitches in double crochets. So let's chain 6. Oops. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do it quite loosely. Don't do it too tight, because you will work into those chains when you're picking up for your heel. So now let's miss 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and work a double crochet into the 7th one, which for me is this one here. So 1 double crochet into here, and then 1 double crochet into the remaining 5 stitches. and this is my 6th one here. Okay, so now we have the little opening for the heel, and now we will work the little leg. So for the leg, we have to again work in double crochet. So on the first one, we will work into the chains that we have created for the heel opening. So 1 double crochet into every single chain. So we're going to so again, your chains form a V as well, but we will go into the top leg of that V. So top leg of the V here, and work a double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so that's our first half of our round is done. So now we're going to work 1 double crochet into the remaining 6 stitches. So we work into the stitches now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is the end of our round. You can place a mark on this stitch here if you wish, on this one, just the next stitch that we will be working into now. So what you have to do now is work 3 rows in just 1 double crochet into every single stitch. So work your first stitch, take the marker here, place it on the stitch that you have just made, like so, and now work 1 double crochet into every stitch for 3 rounds, catching the cream yarn as you work. So after the 3rd round has been worked, stop on the last round, on the last stitch, by not completing your double crochet, because we will change our color now for the cuff. Okay, so before you finish your last stitch, stop when you have 2 loops on your hook, drop your red yarn, pick up your cream, and finish off the stitch with the cream yarn. Okay, because now we will work the cuff. So you see, so now we've got the toe, we've got the foot, we've got the little heel opening, and now we've got our leg, and now we will work the cuff. The cuff is very simply work 2 rows of 1 double crochet into every single stitch with the cream yarn. So let's remove our marker, into the first stitch. Again, we're always working into the V, pull it through, replace the marker, and then work all the way around, just 1 double crochet into every single stitch. So when we finish our 2nd round, what we can do is take off our marker now, slip stitch to the first stitch. So go into the stitch, grab the yarn and pull it through to this stitch you just entered, and through the loop on your hook. Now now you can cut off both of those yarn, leaving yourself a bit of a tail for weaving in. I usually weave in the cream one, but I kind of push the red one inside, so it's kind of out of sight, out of mind, really, isn't it? I just push it in there, and then I would weave in. Where's my needle? There is my needle. I would weave in the cream one. What I usually do, because you see, by doing a slip stitch, you've got the little step. You see, it looks like a little step. So this one is higher. So I would usually weave it in into the stitch below, and then into the stitches at the back. So I will do 3 stitches, let's do 3 stitches in, like that, and then go back on yourself. So omit this stitch here, go into the 2 here. Just go back on yourself so it traps the yarn well. Cut off the tail. And that's that. Because it's such a small project and it's going to be hanging and having like little things in there, I wouldn't worry about weaving in all the other ends already pushed inside. So now what we can do, we can start on our heel. So heel is worked in cream yarn. And what we will do, we will go into the first stitch on our right hand side at the bottom part, at the foot part of our stocking. So go into the first stitch, which is this one here. Push your hook in, grab your cream yarn and push it through that stitch. I usually twist it around once to trap it a little bit. Then go work 1 chain and 1 double crochet into the same stitch. Okay, then work 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches. So 1, let me move that out of the way, some more yarn, 1, 5 and 6. So that's our 6 stitches done here. So now what we have to do is work 6 double crochet into the back of the chains we have made when we were creating the heel opening. So again, so my first one is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, oopsie daisy. Again, we can just push that tail end inside. It's not gonna really unravel, it's not gonna do anything, so just push it inside so it's out of the way. 4, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. 5 and 6. So that's our 6 double crochet. So we've got 12 double crochets all around our heel opening, you see? So that's how it looks now. On the next one, what we will do is work 2 double crochets all the way around. So let me show you first how to work a double crochet. So enter your hook into the very first stitch, see, into the whole V, grab your yarn and pull it through. We have 2 loops on hook. Enter your hook into the next stitch, grab the yarn and pull it through. We've got 3 loops on our hook. So now yarn around the hook and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. There we go. So now we do the same thing all the way around. So again, into the next stitch, grab your yarn and pull it through. 2 loops on hook, into the following stitch, grab the yarn and pull it through. 3 loops on hook, yarn around the hook and pull it through all 3. So work this all the way around. Okay, so when we finish this, we will slip stitch into the very first stitch. So insert your hook into the very first stitch, grab your yarn, pull it through that stitch and immediately through the loop on your hook. So that's your slip stitch. You can cut off this yarn now, leaving yourself a good tail. Pull the yarn through, grab your tapestry needle, feed your yarn through, and now what we're going to do, because you see, because there's quite a big opening here in the top of our heel, we will insert, we will grab every single stitch around and then pull it really tight. So go underneath the full V with your needle, go underneath the full V of every single stitch. So 1, then another one, 2, then another one. You see, going from your side in, all the way around. So every stitch has been fed through the needle and the yarn. Okay, let's do this one. And now we're gonna pull really tight. So grab this yarn, pull it really tight so this opening closes. You see? And now what I usually do, grab my yarn, grab my needle, feed it through the back. Oops. Pull it a bit tighter. And just gently weave in the end. I usually do it to just 2 stitches only. Again, this is a little stocking. It's gonna be just hanging either on your tree or as a little garland. It doesn't need to be really secured. The ends don't need to be really like secured. Cut off the end, and that's that. And your little stocking is done. Give it a nice stretch. I use this side as the outside one, because if you look on the other side, you've got the little steps where the yarns were joined, and I don't really like that. So I always place them this way. You can also embroider them with numbers if you're going to use it as an advent calendar. To join them as a little garland, I have made 15 chains in between each stocking and joined them onto the chains with a double crochet. And before I started, I gave myself about 20 chains to make a little loop for hanging. Or alternatively, you can make little loops for them, which I have made for the stockings in the book, which is made out of 10 chains here, and they are easy for hanging on your tree. I hope you have enjoyed this little tutorial and get to make lots of little stockings. Happy crocheting!